Hi, I'm Dr. Rebecca Schulke, and today I wanted to tell you about a supplement that my husband and I take pretty much every day, and it's called Berberine. Berberine is an extract from a plant called berberis, and it has a long history of use in Chinese medicine, but it's been proven to also lower blood sugar, therefore also lowering A1C. And it also affects your overall metabolic health. It lowers blood pressure, it acts as a blood thinner, and it'll change how quickly your liver metabolizes your medications. So if you're on medications, this is something that you'll have to check with your doctor first to make sure it's safe, because berberine is so effective at affecting your metabolic health in good ways that if you're on a blood thinner, it can thin your blood too much. If you're on a blood pressure lowering medication, it can drop that too much. Same thing if you're on a lot of metformin, it can lower your blood sugar also too much. But in general, for most people who are not on medications, just generally healthy, this is what my husband and I use it for, is just positively impacting our metabolic health, keeping our blood sugar from spiking if we have a meal that's high in carbohydrates. But it can really help prevent generally chronic diseases that kill most Americans. Most Americans will die from something like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, strokes, and complications of having a poor metabolic health status. So this is something that's easy to do that can help prevent those chronic issues from popping up. So if you're on medications, you can take it safely. Since my husband and I were not on medications, this is how we utilize it. We take 2 capsules of this one, which is 500 milligrams. We take that with meals that are higher in carbohydrates. So if we have a meal that, let's say we have pizza, or we have something with bread, or we have a pasta, rice, if we have something that's higher in carbs, we'll make sure to take the berberine with that meal. But if you're having a meal that's mostly fats and proteins, you don't need to necessarily worry about taking berberine, because you're not really spiking your blood sugar too much with those types of meals. But you'll definitely want to take 2 capsules or 500 milligrams with the meals that are higher in carbohydrates. Now, if you're pre-diabetic, or if you're eating a lot of carbs and sugars, or if you're already diabetic and you're having a hard time getting your A1C down, which is something that we see a lot in our clinic with our neuropathy patients, then you'll want to take it more than just one time a day. The studies that I've seen, it compares taking 1,500 milligrams of berberine spaced out over 3 meals to taking metformin, and they have very similar effects on how much it lowers your blood sugar. Now, we treat a lot of patients in our clinic for neuropathy, so we also see a lot of diabetic patients, and I can't tell you how many times I've added berberine to somebody's regimen if they're not getting the results that they were hoping for at that point, and we get their A1C under control, get their blood sugar under control, their neuropathy heals so much faster than without the berberine. So I recommend taking that in higher doses if you're having trouble with your A1C and getting that down. But again, that's something you'll have to consult with your doctor for. One thing you'll have to be aware of is that it can cause some gastrointestinal discomfort, some abdominal cramping. That's a common issue with higher doses. So you'll have to play around sometimes with how much you're taking and when. Some people wonder, well, if I'm having trouble with my A1C and getting my blood sugar under control, shouldn't I take more metformin? But here's the thing, metformin, it has risks. It's hard on your kidneys, it's hard on your liver, and most people are taking it long term, right? Because once you're on metformin, usually it's because you have diabetes. Metformin also can cause B vitamin deficiencies, which B vitamin deficiencies in and of themselves can also cause neuropathy. There's just a lot of complications that come with just increasing your medication dose when there's other things that you can do instead, like taking berberine. So why not try something like berberine that's safer, that doesn't stress your liver and your kidneys like upping your metformin dose does? The brand that we have is called SFI Health. You can't find this one on Amazon. You can find this one on Fullscript. The link that you see at the bottom here, if you click through that, you can go to our Fullscript account, set up an account where you can order this berberine, And if you haven't used FullScript before, FullScript is really good at quality control. The supplements that you get on FullScript, they come straight from the manufacturers, versus if you get something on Amazon, that can come from a third party. There's not as much quality control on that. FullScript also carries brands that Amazon doesn't carry. Generally, the manufacturers, they produce higher quality supplements through FullScript. So check out what we have available in our dispensary as well when you're shopping for Berberine. Thanks for watching.